Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Fpl Yathu, our fantasy Premier League talk show where we give you tips, ideas, and tactics on how you can do better in your game. You're with me, Zoitin Zande, and we're here in another episode preparing for game week 36. Yeah. So last week we had game week 35. Um, I told you to captain Haaland. Haaland delivered. Despite complaining to Captain Haaland, I also told you to get players like João Pedro. He delivered by scoring an amazing goal. I think we all witnessed that. And also, we had players from Arsenal that we told you to get, and these guys also delivered. So, this week, we're also going to do the same. We're going to give you players that are going to potential players that are going to score potential players that are going to score a lot of points. Despite that, we're going to give you captains. Um, and after giving you captain, we're going to choose a team that's going to do better in this game week. So this week, I engaged some of the best FPL experts in our mini league, and people give us different names on players to pick, captains, and the players we can pick to make team of the week this game week. So who are we going to captain? Who are we going to pick? So this is where we give you the players to choose, the the defenders to buy, the captains to what to pick. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is the players that the potential players you can pick in game week 36 to score you a lot of points so that it increases your rank during this what? During this running, the FPL running. So which players should you get? The first player that I've seen on many people's list is firstly Chekri. Ryan Chekri has been in good form. We can all agree that it's just that the last game he didn't play good, but then Ryan Chekri is a guy that I'm sure he's going to what deliver in games. In his previous two games, he came with a double-digit haul, and he's been impressive. So Ryan Cherky is one guy that we can pick. Another player that we can pick is Dewsbury Kieran Hall. Yeah, yeah, Dewsbury Hall, Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, the former Chelsea man, is now a Liverpool. I mean, he's now in Everton. What an Everton star. So he's a differential pick. We can put him as that, looking at his price. And he's one guy that can help you a lot during the running in FPL because these guys are trying to qualify for European football. So this Dewsbury, Kieran Dewsbury is another player that you guys can pick. Despite from Dewsbury, we can go for Pascal Gross. He's been the name since the double game week. Since the double game week, I think in week 34, if not week 33. He's been the name. Gross has been delivering assists, assists, assists. So if you're on that cheap option, who's going to at least you guarantee you some points every game week, Pascal Gross is the guy to pick. Moving on, we can go pick Sa from Crystal Palace. We know Crystal Palace have a double game week, and one of the names or the people who are performing very well in Crystal Palace is Sa. We know that some influential players left Crystal Palace, likes of Eberechi Eze, um, yeah, just to mention a few. And we thought that maybe that team is going to completely crumble down, but then no, it's holding on. And yeah, they have a double game week this week, so we can strategize by getting some Crystal Palace players, and Sa is one of them. Going on to some forwards you can pick. The first forward is Igor Jesus, a good forward, man in form. He battered Chelsea last week, scoring a penalty, and yeah, he came with a nice soul. So I think the Igor Jesus, I don't have much to say about it, but then I just feel like it's going to deliver. And he was also a suggestion from the FPL experts from the FPL Yathu League. Another suggestion that was given is Richarlison. Richarlison, uh, Richarlison is a player who's fighting for what? They're fighting for relegation, then the relegation battle. So they don't be relegated. So Richarlison is one player that you can rely on getting goals because the man is on fire. Say. I remember last week him with Colomwani. I mean, this guy's on fire. Okay, I can tell you about Colomwani because there was no suggestion about him, but then Richarlison, we've got suggestions. Another player you can pick is Chris Wood. Chris Wood is a good Nottingham Forest pick because the man is in a relegation battle, and I think the next game week he might score a goal or two just to keep his team in the safety spot. So Chris Wood is one guy that we can get. And the last two people that we should look at is first of all Arsenal assets. Arsenal assets, we look at Gabriel. Gabriel, the man is a brick in defense. He's going to guarantee clean sheets and I think goals. So these guys are fighting to win the title. So I think Gabriel is one player to pick. Another player to pick in defense is O'Reilly. This kid has given us double-digit goals. It's just unfortunate that last week they conceded 3 goals against Everton. But then, of course, these guys won't win the Premier League, so I believe that they're going to bounce back in the next game, and yeah, they're going to deliver. And one player you can get is Nick O'Reilly, who is likely to score, and you know that he has a double king. So Nick O'Reilly is one guy to look at. Um, Apart from these defenders that we look we looked at, these are the potential players that you guys can pick this game week. So from any of the guys, I've given you different names. Any of those guys, you can pick what your potential players who can score you a lot of points this game week. Now moving on to the captains of this game week. Our first captain, the man who's been mentioned by almost many people, is none other than Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, I can't say much about him, but then just at this point, this season, points wise compared to last season, he's dropped. Yeah, many guys have dropped, but then Haaland has really dropped this season. I don't know why, but then yeah, that's that. Another option that you guys can pick is Ryan Chekwi. Ryan Chekwi is in marvelous form, as I said it before on potential player picks. So Ryan Chekwi is one guy that we guys can look to pick him as a captain in game week 36. Despite from despite from picking Chekwi, we can go for the man Bruno Fernandes. He's going against Sunderland, and I feel like it won't be a tough match for them because Sunderland lost, I think, a lot of goals to Manchester United. I mean, to Brentford last week. So I feel like Manchester United will want to capitalize on that, and Sunderland. I mean, in Bruno Fernandes, I think he's going to want to do the assist thing, like break the record in the game against Sunderland against the Black Cats. So this is one player that you can also consider as captain in game week 36. Okay, so that being said, team of the week. Which team are we going to pick as our team of the week? All right. So first of all, in goals, we're going to have David Raya. The man doesn't want to let goals in; he wants to win the league. So in goals, our first pick in goals is David Raya. Going on into defense, our first defender is Nick O'Reilly. Mike, Nick O'Reilly. Nick O'Reilly, we already know that the kid has been performing very well, some double-digit holes. So Nick O'Reilly is going to be our defender going into the double game week. Another defender we're going to get is Gabriel. Gabriel is trying to win the league, as I said. So putting him in our defense is going to guarantee us at least a clean sheet. And with Ryan goes, I think we're going to get 2 clean sheets. Another defender that you can get is Mark Gay. Mark Gay is going to play a double game week. So I feel like McGay can also deliver some clean sheets, as he wants to clean the mistakes he did um, in the previous game against Everton. So we're going to play three defenders, two Man City defenders, and one Arsenal defender and one Arsenal goalkeeper. Moving on into midfield, our first midfielder is going to be Ryan Cherki. The man is in good form. I can't say much about him, but then the man is in good form. I must pick Ryan Cherki. He's going to be the first guy I'm going to pick in midfield. Moving on in midfield, Bruno Fernandes must pick. I can't uh, I can't negotiate about him. Bruno Fernandes is a must pick. Going on, uh, we're also going to pick Sa. Sa is another good pair in defense. I mean in midfield that we can have. He has a double game week, and this guy is a potential goal scorer, or he can give you an assist depending on the game. Another midfielder that we're going to have is Ken Disbiho. Ken Disbiho, you already know, guys. This guy has been Everton's man right now. He's been performing well for Everton, so I think getting this guy in our team is going to be a really good idea. And our fifth midfielder is going to be Pascal Cruz. So we're going to play 3-5-2. Three midfielders, three defenders, five midfielders, and two strikers. So these guys are going to make up our midfield. Ryan Cherki, Bruno Fernandes, Kian Dusbroho, uh, Pascal Gro, and Bruno Fernandes. Now, going into the strikers, our first striker is going to be Richarlison. He's going to be the man to lead us up in front, and he's going to pair up with Igor Jesus. These are the two strikers we're going to have. But you can also pick Erling Haaland if you have the budget to buy him, enough money to buy him. You can pick him over Richarlison. That means you're also going to change what the defense. In defense, maybe you can either play maybe Munoz or Lacroix, because they also have double game weeks. That's if you're changing the setup. But then that's the team I've given you. I don't have Erling Haaland in my team, and I know this team is going to score you 100 points plus, because I wasn't the one who made this team. I've also made this team by picking the players that the Fpl Yathu experts showed us. So that was in the FPL Yathu team of the week that you're supposed to choose players from. Now, to finish up, the FPL Yathu league is coming to an end. Right now, we're in the FPL running, and as you can see, the league is going away by these two teams, Club Chombe and PSG Maximus team. Yeah, PSG. So these teams are going head to head. Like, it's like a final now. It's like Arsenal and Man City, the way these teams are going head to head, and the winners are going to come out from these two guys, either PSCFC or Club Chombe. So these guys are the potential winners to win 100,000 Malai Kwacha and to win a brand new jersey. So I just wish these guys the best, because I think now we have like 3 matches left. Yeah, 36 to 7, 38. Yeah, we have like 3 matches left to play. And these 3 matches, we don't know who's going to win the league yet. So, yeah, that's on the Premier League and in the FPO Yathu League. So, for our viewers, let's keep on tuning in to see who's going to win the league, the mini league, who's going to be second place, third place, fourth place. Yeah. So next week I'll show you the table, but that's all we had for you this week. Arsenal. Speaking about Arsenal, I remember first game week I asked why the interview with Shawa, and I asked him on Arsenal, do you think Arsenal can win the league? And he was like, yes, can win the league, and it's about to happen. They might win the Champions League too, because they're in the Champions League final. So yeah, shout out to Arsenal for representing. That's all we had for you this game week. You're with me, your boy, Zoe Sunday. See you in our next episode.